climate ecology, but everything has been discussed since the talk of Professor Dr. Ataur Rahman till the talk of Dr. Shakir. So I have just stay for 5 minutes. Yes, why Asia matters? It was the incidence of Asian, Eurasian, and Indian plate meet-off back in the geological history when the third pole created, and it caused a lot of snow to fall on these high-rise mountains, Karakoram, Himalaya, and Hindu Kush. And later on, when they started to melt, it caused rivers, and those rivers caused agriculture. Agriculture led to culture, culture led to civilization, and civilization led to population. And those population you can see around the third pole, be it from India to Mongolia, half of the world population. Actually, we have to feed them. When we see the food security, biodiversity, and sustainability, we have to play at the interface of this huge population. And then we have the problems of flood, food security, drought, greenhouse gases. Everything has been discussed very well. And then the flood, again some pictures from Pakistan, 2010 and 2022 flood. And then why water is important? It is 80% of the cell, 70% of the Earth planet, so it is important and it matters. And then we have the food system, the cereal like rice, maize, and wheat, and it has been discussed over the 3 days, so I'm not spending much time. But why, how, and who? You can see that crop production, human health, eugenic origin, and SDG goals. So due to a shortage of time, one of the candidate crop is the grapes. When there is water scarcity, we can grow the deep-rooted plants like grapes, and we have completed one project in the Pakistan border areas. And yes, my duty was to link the AI and different techniques. So the modern techniques like omics, many presenters have presented on this topic, and then the AI. You can see that how the computer vision and the sensor technology, machine learning can be linked to metabolomics, proteomics, transcriptomics, and ionomics for the better future of the food security. And this is just a few glimpses for the future, that how our future will be. So by 2030, we will go to the synthetic biology, then molecular nanotechnology, space colonization, and by 2050, the scientists are thinking about the space mining. And then by 2060, they are thinking about the climate engineering, by 2070, underwater cities, and then go to Mars and bring some more ecosystem to the food security. And yes, this is our future. Our students must be ready for this, by the way, to compete, like the digital immortality, self-sustaining, wide-speed communications, and interspatial travel by the middle of the century. But as one of the guys from Nepal mentioned, that we shouldn't forget the traditional system. There should be introduction of stewardship. Stewardship is by the local community, how they cope with the local food and the local system. Yes, and why it is matter? It is one of the last slide. That when the dinosaurs disappeared, the carbon dioxide level was 700 to 900 part per million in the atmosphere. But by the end of this century, if we continue the same rise of greenhouse gases, it will be 1313 part per million. And this Earth will not be the place to live on. So we have to think about this. And yes, for this, we need collaboration. These are some collaborators who will be working on some projects from different parts of the world. And thank you so much, Rahmat. Shukriya Manana.